Okay. We're getting into the woo-woo section of our journey. That's no problem for me because I like the woo-woo stuff. I'm actually all about woo-woo. The more woo-woo it is, the more I like it. But I want to talk about attracting wealth. Yes, attracting wealth. Two concepts I want to talk about. Two concepts. First one is stop being poor. What's the difference between someone who's, poor and someone who's rich? Obviously, other than the fact that they have money. That's basic. But what's the difference in a more mental way? Well, a lot of the insights I get come from the I Ching, and this insight that I'm going to share in this video came from the I Ching. So, this is the first concept: how to stop being poor, and what's the difference in mindset between a rich person and a poor person. Simply this, and this does tie into the narc stuff too, but this is also just general knowledge. People that are wealthy believe that they can get what they want, and they believe that they will get what they want, because they get what they want a lot, because they have money and they can pretty much just do that. So if you're poor right now, the chances are good that you don't really believe that you can get what you want, and that you don't really believe that you will get what you want. So, what can you do about this? What can you do to believe that you'll get what you want? Especially if you have a narc in your life that's constantly reminding you, hey, you're powerless, hey, you're incompetent, hey, you can't do anything, right? Well, there's a set of memories that you have in your mind of times where you didn't get what you want, and the narc would like you to focus on that. Okay. But there's also a series of memories that you have where you did get what you wanted, because, nobody in life just completely never ever gets what they want. That just like nobody is ever completely praised or completely blamed. It's always a combination. So the task then is to switch your mindset from referencing all the times you didn't get what you want to referencing all the times you did get what you want. And then that chain of times where you did get what you want, okay, we're going to focus on that, and we're going to then build on that. Now, what's the next chapter of you getting what you wanted? Instead of thinking, what's the next chapter where I didn't get what I wanted? Okay. So then the other thing is how to switch your mind from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. These are words that are thrown around a lot now in the woo-woo community. The difference is between a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset is that in a scarcity mindset, your power is being directed by your ego. I'll say it again. In a scarcity mindset, your power is being directed by your ego, meaning you think that the only way that you can have power over things or get, things to go your way is through your ego, is through control, is through struggling and striving. And of course the narc reinforces that because that's how they think, incidentally. In an abundance mindset, if you think about it, if you had everything you wanted already, and you knew you could get everything because you had access to whatever you wanted, that uncomfortable feeling of feeling like you needed to control and direct everything, and that was the only way to get what you wanted, that would sort of fade. And you would sort of start to relax because you would say, well, I have everything I need. I have everything I want. And your ego would start to, in the sense of your power, would start to fade to the background. Because you would realize that the world is not against you. In fact, you don't need to struggle and strive and grip and clutch everything and force everything to be what you wanted it to be in order to get what you wanted. You have this abundance mindset. So what power that's not directed by your ego, what would that look like? How would that feel? Recognizing the fact that your strength comes not from your ego but from your true self, again, is referencing a sense of goodness and the memories of goodness that you have. Because anytime you're acting and coming from a sense of goodness or generosity, you had an abundance mindset because you felt like, I have something to give. So it's just like switching your mind to referencing that chain of memories or that state of mind and that aspect of yourself that knows that you have something to give. You aren't just scrambling and scraping and always losing and never having enough. But think about the phrase, power is directed by your ego, or the power is directed by what you might call your true self, your inner self, the sage, the self, God, consciousness, whatever. So those two ideas and the concepts, that's my contribution to woo-woo, my further contribution to woo-woo stuff on YouTube for now.